Hey everyone, Matron here bringing you another StarCraft 2 commentary. This time, Losers Bracket Round 9 action between Root QXE spawning as the Blue Terran and Liquid HuK spawning as the Red Protoss. Again, these players were just recently allowed to add the Liquid and Root tags to their names with the one-time name change that Blizzard did allow. This is part of the MLG Dallas National Championships. Both these players were knocked into the Losers Bracket and will now have to compete to try to make it out of the losers bracket and into the grand finals. These players do have a history together, as they did play in the Intel Extreme Masters Tournament at Comic-Con in New York just about a month ago. QXE and HuK had a crazy 40-minute game on Scrap Station where QXE was able to drop all over the place and really keep HuK guessing as to where he was attacking. At the end, HuK finally did win that game, but he was just so tired after that game, he eventually went on to lose the series to QXE. So a very strong, aggressive player, Root QXE is. In some interviews that I've seen, he said that if you are not attacking, you're probably losing. So he's going to do constant drops and pushing in with small numbers of units and really try to put the pressure on his opponent. Looks like we have a 13 gateway going down for HuK here. We have seen HuK get off of his usual 14 gateway timing, so he has adapted a little bit. Getting out that earlier gateway is going to allow him to get up a cybernetic score and some higher tech just a little bit quicker. He will have the gas complete about the same time as the gateway. Getting up the second pylon a little bit early here as he continues to chrono boost out probes. Do see the scouting probe of HuK here, not going to be able to make it into the mineral line with that supply depot, and barracks going to have to go the long way, and now I'm going to start in on these SCVs, going to try to weaken them as much as possible. Do not yet see a scout sent out for QXE. Actually no, there it is. He does have a scout. He's going to see the cybernetic score, and he's really going to be interested into the next production building which HuK does create. HuK's still just spending money on probes right now. He's got him queued up. Wonder if he should be getting out a stalker to try to ward off this SCV. Does have enough money for a stalker right now if he wants to start one. Looks like he's going to have to wait for the cybernetic score to finish actually. And then he may get out a stalker and start that warp gate tech right away. He does have enough gas for both. And it looks like instead he's going to forego the warp gate tech and the stalker and get out our fast robotics facility. So 2 barracks going down for QXE. He did produce 1 Marine and a Marauder so far. He is working on the concussive shell research. So in small numbers, these units are very powerful against the Protoss units. Stalkers go down very quickly to the Marauder, as the Marauder does bonus damage against armor, and then the Marine is just cheap extra DPS. We see QXE throwing up a bunker here at the top of HuK's ramp. I wonder if HuK sees that. He does not. Finally moving out with that stalker. He's going to see and try to focus down this SCV. SCV going to be saved by QXE, but he's not going to be able to finish this bunker. He's going to have to cancel that. HuK pulling some probes off the line. He does not have many units right now. Just the one stalker. The stalker is going to go down to this Marauder and Marine. See another few units coming over for QXE, taking down that stalker. We have an Immortal halfway done here. So that Immortal is going to be able to shoo away this Marauder once it comes out. But we may see another bunker as the SCV is threatening here. A bunker at the bottom of the ramp. HuK pulling off a number of probes right now. If you look at the income tab, his income is plummeting as he's had to pull off 8 probes right now. He just has the sentry and finally this Immortal, and he cannot push against this this bunker once it completes with these barracks units. We do see just the 2 barracks down for QXE right now. It looks like he's saving up and positioning to start an expansion up here. So we'll see as soon as he hits 400 minerals whether that expansion starts. Looks like it's going to start right now. So he does have 3 Marauders down here and 3 Marines, and in these small numbers, Terran units are just so powerful against the gateway units of the Protoss. This Immortal is going to do bonus damage against armored, so he can 3-shot these Marauders, and he's going to be able to take down this bunker, but it's just not enough units right now for HuK to push out. He was on the 1 gateway, and he did not get the warp gate tech up until just a few moments ago. So QXC punishing him for that choice to get up that fast robotics facility. We see the observer going across for HuK right now. He wants to see what the build is of QXC. QXC just working off those 2 barracks, now getting up another 2 barracks. He will be on 4 shortly. And HuK poking at that bunker, losing all the shields on that stalker and about half the life. He knows he just does not have enough in the way of units to push against this. We see a Reaper coming in, doing some harass, going to try to scout and take down a number of probes here, taking down 1 probe right now, and just dancing around the base. Do not see any pressure from QXC. He's just holding onto this bunker, going to deny this expansion as long as he can. Finally, the second Immortal comes out. Now, HuK is moving down, loses the first Stalker. Going to try to focus down these Marauders, which are outside of the bunker. Now going to focus down the bunker. For his part, QXC is going to try to take down these Immortals as they do so much damage against the armored bunker and the Marauders. Able to focus down both Immortals. Now going to work on those sentries, so no more force fields, no energy being gained throughout the game. If he's able to take those down. I feel like no stim yet for QXC. Actually, it just popped. In fact, I did see the no stim on that Marine, but it turns out he does not have enough life for stim. So another small force coming in for QXC here, maybe pushing out. He does have this expansion up and running at 1,000 minerals per minute. HuK just getting his underway as well. HuK still working off the 2 gateways and the 1 robotics facility. So very surprising, he just does not have the same unit producing structures which QXC does. QXC finally getting up a factory, maybe seeing him tech straight to medevacs. See a few good force fields here, able to trap the Marines for a moment, but the ranged Marines are going to be very powerful against the Zealots and the range 5 sentries and range 5 Immortals. See, the Marines do have range 5, but the Marauders do have range 6. So going to be able to do a lot of damage. This observer very well placed by HuK. He's going to be able to see the units stream in here for QXC, and QXC is just going to be pedal to the metal aggression here. If you look at the army tab, 1,300 to 1,100. Another 2 Immortals out for HuK, so he's going to be able to make quick work of those Marauders. These Marines coming in, going to try to focus down these Zealots. Looks like he's going to also try to focus down these sentries, taking the easy, quick kills, as taking down those Immortals requires quite a bit of focus fire and a lot of units. Looks like HuK now pushing up towards QXC's base with these Immortals. He's going to intercept these reinforcing units for QXC here. QXC, for his part, going to dash in here with the army away. He's going to try to take down this Nexus. All the shields are gone. HuK having to pull off probes here to shoo away these Marauders, and now the Marauders just focusing down these probes, taking a few free kills here, and finally some Stalkers coming in, but the Stalkers are not going to be able to take on these Marauders. An Immortal coming in, and now he should be able to get rid of these forces. HuK did not choose to push in against QXC. QXC was preparing 2 bunkers here, also has a number of Marines in the back, so he's quite safe. Looks like HuK instead is going to take the free kills here, as these Marauders are almost all stimmed out. And HuK's just going to take him down here, make sure that he does stop that aggression from the back door. These naturals are just so susceptible to attack, multiple attack paths, so QXC's got to love this map. Again, the first map in each of these best of 3 series is predetermined. The loser of this game will get to pick the next map, but QXC's got to be loving all the routes of attack he can take on the Xel'naga Caverns. Looks like he's controlling both towers here, so he does have map control. HuK is sort of bottled up into his base, taking down those rocks very easy with those Immortals, and maybe trying to establish a 3rd base soon. We see an SCV coming in to scout. He is going to get an idea of the army comp of QXC. We did see a scan go down, so obviously he did not see everything he wanted to. These 3 Immortals are going to be so powerful, but these Marines are going to be able to pound through the shields quite quickly. So we see a split attack, 2 small forces moving across for QXC here. Looks like he's going to pull back, try to bait HuK's forces, so HuK has to try to stay away from these forces and not give up his back door. Going to try to focus down this Immortal, doing some great micro here, stimming up and moving away. And HuK's forces are chasing. This is exactly what QXC wants. He wants the forces of HuK away from that natural, losing quite a few units to do it. So he's going to be doing some great damage here to make that worth it. Looks like he's taking down a number of probes, as these Marines take down probes so fast. This fast 0.86 attack speed with the stim, almost 0.5 attack speed. So pounding through those probes, if we look at the income of both players, 1600 to the 700 of HuK, as HuK's taken a lot of probe damage, down to 42 workers compared to the 53 of QXC. QXC also has those double mules working off the 2 orbital commands, so quite the advantage for the Terran player. We do see HuK establishing a 3rd base now, so he's going to have to start pushing out more probes to make this worth it. He's got 4 probes queued up here, so he might not have enough in the way of production structures, just has these 3 gateways and the 1 robotics facility. So pretty crazy right now that he's able to keep up. He does have the robotics bay, so getting out some Colossi, and those are going to be great against these Marines. The Marines do have that shield upgrade, so 55 life, but still going to be cut down very quickly by those Colossi. QXC is going to have to stim up and get those Colossi down as quickly as possible. We do see the Observer, great waypoint by HuK here. He is going to catch these medevacs, and we'll see what kind of reaction he has to these. QXC is going to again split his forces, attacking multiple fronts at once in these small groups, just so effective, able to take down probes and small groups of stalkers and sentries. Looks like HuK is pulling these stalkers back. He may even want the units of QXC to land here, and this may not be enough stalkers. QXC feeling good about this drop. He did scan, so he knows these stalkers are here. Now going to try to focus down this robotic facility. If he can do that, oh wow, he's going to stop the production of those Colossus for just a moment. We do have a 2nd robotics facility, was underway for HuK. So HuK is not going to be able to double produce these Colossi right now. See some backdoor action from QXC coming in, doing more harassment. He's going to try to take down this Nexus. He might be able to do it with Stim. If HuK's not going to be able to get in here in time, he did have all of his units in that main, defending against that drop, and the Nexus does go down. If we look at the income tab, 1500 to 1000. HuK did finish that 3rd Nexus here. So he is still on these 2 bases, but taking so much economic damage from QXC in these small groups of attacks. See another group coming in here, going to try to pound away at this 3rd Nexus. If he's able to get this down, it would be huge right now. He is going to do some micro away from these Colossi, coming down from these cliffs, stimming up with these Marines and these Marauders. Going to be focusing down this Nexus, and he is going to get it. Very exciting play from QXC here, able to take down 2 Nexus there. HuK trying to get them up and replace them. He is supply capped right now, 108 over 106. Just lost a robotics facility and 2 Nexus. So if we look at the income tab, now around 1400 to the 1000 for HuK, but that's going to be dropping as soon as this updates. He is doing some long distance mining. The good thing is he is not all mined out at his